Hey, Team Impact. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is to you. We're going to go ahead and get started with lesson 1-3 rates. Just if you're out today, you can watch this video and hopefully give you some clarity to it. We're actually going to start with a little bit of vocabulary here and get into it here, okay? All right. So just kind of going down through this and talking about it. A fraction, a number that represents a part of a whole, right, or part of a set. Right. So part of a whole, or a part of a set. So if you have a set of people, if we have people and we have boys and girls, half the boys or half the people are boys. That's part of a set. A ratio is a comparison of two quantities by division. By division. Remember, we keep saying this over and over and over. A ratio is a fraction. A fraction is a fancier way to write a division problem. We can write a ratio three ways: 2 out of 3, 2 to 3, 2 to 3, or 2 out of over 3, 2/3. This is one that is kind of new. We didn't talk about that one, but really it's the same thing. A rate, okay, so a rate is a ratio comparing two quantities with different kinds of units. Okay, so these are the two quantities, 36 miles and 3 hours. We're comparing two quantities with different types of units, miles and hours. Written horizontally, 36 miles for every 3 hours. $26 for 5 bags. This is what we call a rate, right? It's just a comparison of two quantities. Now, more importantly, a unit rate. A unit rate is a rate that is simplified, all right, so that it has a denominator of 1. So it's per unit, 12 miles per hour. Same thing here, $5.20 for 1 bag. This is per bag. This is per minute. So the unit, and we look at this for really when we kind of shop, we want to know what our unit rate is to kind of get the best deal. Okay, let's flip it over to page 34. All right, and let's see what we have here. All right, so we want to write each of these as a rate. A rate is just a comparison of two quantities, right? It doesn't say unit rate, it just says rate. Now, generally when we do this, we want to simplify it. So sometimes it will go down to a unit rate. So 44 points and 4 quarters, all right? And if we took that down, it would be divided by 4, both of these, 11 points and 1 quarter. Okay. Next one, this rate is 125 feet in 5 seconds. What are we doing in 1 second? What is the unit rate? Divided by 5, divided by 5. We're going 25 feet per second is how that would be read. Okay. Our rate on number 3 is 360 miles on 12 gallons of gas. That's a big one now because gas is so expensive. So what are we getting in 1 gallon, right? 1 gallon per unit divided by 12. Divided by 12 is 30 miles per gallon. Okay. All right. We doing okay so far? Let you get caught up here for a second. We're actually going to take a look at number 4. It's a little bit different. All right. It's a little more challenging, but it's okay. 12 meters in 28 seconds. So we're going to go 12 meters in 28 seconds. What are we doing in 1 second? All right, what are we going to do in 1 second? Think of that. How are we going to do this? Right? Well, We're going to go 12 meters and 28 seconds. Let's grab our calculator and turn it on here and fire it up. And let's go ahead and enter that in. 12 out of 28. All right, and let's see if we can simplify that down and keep going. Wow, it goes down to 3/7, right? So we're going to go 3/7 of a meter per second. Think of it that way because this is 3/7 of a meter. Okay, so that's an interesting way to look at it. Number 5. Molly shot 20 baskets in 4 minutes. Nico shot 42 baskets in 6. How many more baskets did Nico shoot per minute? Okay, well, let's take it down to our unit rate. 20 baskets, 4 minutes. What are they doing in 1 minute? Divided by 4, 5 baskets per minute. Because if we divide both of these by 4, we get the unit rate. Now, let's take a look at Nico. Nico went 42 baskets in 6 minutes. Right? So if I take that to 1 minute divided by 6, and I take this divided by 6, I get 7 baskets per minute. So now we're going to compare these two quantities. How many more baskets did Nico shoot per minute? Nico, 7 minus 5 is 2 baskets, and that's how many more he shot per minute. Makes sense? Okay, excellent, excellent. All right, let's jump to the next page. And to circle up, it would be in Schoology, but you could know that it's 1 through 9. Circle 1, numbers 14 through 21, and then 23 and 24. We're going to go ahead and do, I don't know, let's do 3 more, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm going to kind of cut you loose here, see where we are. All right, those are pretty easy. We want a unit rate that's just getting that bottom number down. So I'll do that one real quick. Oops. 72 ounces, 6 steaks. What's 1 steak cost? Divided by 6 is 1 divided by 6. 72 divided by 6 is 12. Make sure you label now, okay? 12 ounces per 1 steak. This is unit rate because it's over 1 per unit. Let's slide down to number 3. Marcella divided 40.8 gallons of paint among 8 containers. How much paint is in each container? Okay, so if we start with 40 and 8/10 gallons, and we split it up into 8 containers, what are we getting in 1 container? Divided by 8, 40 and 8/10 divided by 8, and let's see what that is. So if we fire this up and divide that by 8, we get 5 and 1/10 gallon per container. Yep. Rely on your calculator. Make sure you're labeling, okay? Number 4, Central Subs made 27 sandwiches using 12 pounds of turkey. Okay. How much turkey was used per sandwich? Okay. Well, if we look at this and we say it's 27 sandwiches and we have 12 pounds of turkey. So we got to divide this up by this. So when we're looking at this, we have to take a look at this and say, hey, what do we need to do here? How much turkey was used per sandwich? Well, if there's 27 sandwiches, there's a total of 12 pounds here. All right. Well, I think I have this set up backwards maybe, huh? We want to divide this by that. So this is actually set up wrong. So I kind of got ahead of myself here. So it's going to be 12 pounds for 27 sandwiches, right? And then simply, if we want to take a look at this, and it's okay to make a mistake, right? Take that and go that way with it, right? So we want to just take that and simplify that down. Will that simplify? Yeah. So what that's telling us is we're going to get 4/9 of a pound per sandwich, right? Just a little under half of a pound a sandwich. Right, that's a lot of meat on a sandwich. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at the last one, number 5. The results of a car shown determine who drove the fastest. Okay, so when we take a look at this, if we have 84 minutes and did 35 laps for 84 minutes, I'm going to see what Cutright did in 1 lap. So again, we have to make sure 84 minutes, 35 laps. What are we getting in 1 lap? Okay, so let's take a look at this. We take 84 and divide it by 35, and we get 2.4. 2.4 what? 2.4 minutes per lap. Right, so if we wanted to write that little note there. How about this one? Let's set up this one for Evans, right? If we're going to go 96.6 minutes and 42 laps, what are we getting in 1 lap there? So let's go ahead and do it, right? Let's take 96.6 and divide that by 42. And what do we get? We get 2.3 minutes per lap. So we'll just write 2.3. And I'm going to come over here and do it over here for Loza. Right? So we have 102.6 laps and 38 or minutes per lap. What do we get in 1 lap here? This divided by that. Using our calculator, 102.6 divided by 38 is 2.7 minutes, and that's a lap. Okay, so this is 2.7. Who drove the fastest, right? Well, if you're getting 35 laps in 84 minutes, remember, the lower the time, the faster you are when you drive. So when I look at this, it's going to be Evans. Evans, he's going 2.3 minutes per 1 lap, which is way faster than the other ones. Okay, so this is what we're getting into. Keep working. It's a lot of calculator. And I hope you enjoy. Have a good day, guys. Where am I? There it is. Lost my mouse there for a second.